So today I'm going to walk you through the steps of setting up your unit project paper as well as the notes page that you're going to use to take down your ideas. This is a multi-day process. We're not going to get it all done in one step or one day even. This is going to take us the whole unit. So rule number one when you're working at home that I want you to keep in mind is to use what you have. When you're practicing things, when you're working on new skills, it's really important to use what you have with very few exceptions, and those are listed on your syllabus that you got last week. One of which is your pad of canvas paper. We're going to use one of those sheets per unit project, so we've got one of those for today. Oh, and here's rule number two. Be kind to yourself. When you're working at home and you don't have friends and teachers and peers to give you encouragement and support, it's really important that you be kind to yourself and forgiving of your own mistakes. And you understand that this is all about a process. This isn't about being perfect. So we're going to use one of our pages from our Canvas pad, and you're going to take notes and ideas in either your blank sketchbook, which is the other exception, the one that I had you purchase at the beginning of the semester, in a sketchbook, whatever size that is, even if it's a big one. So this gives us an idea of what our notes page is going to look like. We're going to be making a 3x3 grid for the 7 elements of art, as well as a title and your name and your information. So this could be the way that you take notes. If you choose not to use a spiral bound notebook and you choose to use blank printer paper instead for your notes and your practice, that's okay too. You use what you have. So this is my board. This is what I have. I've clipped up my canvas paper to get started. If you've got clips, that's great. If you want binder clips, if you need to use tape, that's okay too. I've got my notes page here, and on this page we're going to use a little bit more care and effort to make sure that that square stays nice and neat. If you happen to have a nice big ruler that can help you make squares, that's great. If you have a big old right angle ruler in your garage, that's cool too. But if you don't, no worries. And to prove it, I'm going to use my little Rink-a-Dink dollar store ruler today. And the way that I'm going to make sure that I have the care and the effort that I need is I'm going to take my time to draw with a pencil first, and then when it's right, I'm going to go over it with an alcohol-based marker or a permanent marker. So a good old Sharpie is great. You're not going to want to use Crayola. Other times you can use Crayola. This isn't a good opportunity, and it wants to be a nice thick marker as opposed to a nice little thin marker. So the tip that I want you to keep in mind if you need to make a nice square on this paper but you don't have a square right angle like the ruler we just saw, is to use the edges of the paper to your advantage. So I'm going to start here and make a line. And then I'm going to make a line here, and then at the top, and then at the bottom. And once I've done that in pencil, then I'll go over it with my marker. So remember,